So everyone, I tried a little reflow on the motherboard, cooled off, plugged in the power supply. I didn't connect the other pieces yet. I just want to see if this is going to turn on, see what happens. Well, it's flashing blue, but for some reason the fan's not turning on. And as you can see, it just shut off. Not sure why the fan is causing a problem, but yeah, I don't think that was successful. It definitely stayed on longer than before. Because before I would just press and it would just on and off and that's it. Now it's actually pulsing blue a little bit for a few more seconds. So there might be something to the reflow. I guess maybe this system is in worse shape. Maybe by trying this on your PS4, obviously at your own risk, you might burn or fry something by heating the motherboard, and then you really can't do anything about it. But yeah, it's definitely a lot better. It's working a lot better now than what it was before. Before it wouldn't even stay on this long. It would just shut off. But it could be because the fan's not going on. I'm not sure. Another problem is that might have damaged whatever makes the fan work with the heating. So that's why I said at your own risk. So that's what it is. Hopefully this throws in another idea in the fix PS4 blue light of death and on and off issues these PlayStation 4s have. So best of luck to you, and hopefully I'll make a video where I get one of these things to work. Talk to you soon. So I have a PS4 motherboard. Just turns on and off. You press the power button, beeps, shuts off. That's pretty much what it does. Hear the fan for like a second, and that's it. Haven't really ever tried this. I know with the PS3 you could use a heat gun and do what they would call a reflow, heat the chip, and hopefully whatever issue it's having, I guess with the solder and everything, you know, with the heat and everything, it would at least temporarily fix issues with the PS4. I haven't seen any, I guess, test or people trying this on YouTube. So pretty much I'm doing this because I'm bored and I have this board that doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat it up, let it cool off, put it back together, and see what happens. Hopefully we get a working motherboard using this old PS3 trick, I guess. Hopefully it works out. So let's see what happens when I start heating the motherboard up. So what I usually like to do is just kind of heat the board a little bit everywhere. more real method here, just trying to heat the board so it doesn't kind of warp. Obviously, if you have some kind of contraption that kind of fixes it somewhere so it doesn't kind of warp and stuff, but really that important, just playing around here. So even if it does warp, it's not really important. So I know with the PS3 you would just kind of do a circular motion on the CPU and GPU, and you know, after I think about 2 or 3 minutes, you know, you just stop and leave it cool off. So I'm just trying stuff here. I don't know how much of this the chip is gonna, or not specifically the chip, but I don't know how much the PS4 is gonna need of this. But I'm always trying to see things bubbling around, so I'm sure you guys can see the bubbling. So I'm pretty sure whatever's happening is happening right now, and I think it's good to go. So I'm guessing it got hot enough for it to be bubbling like that, so I'm gonna leave it cool off, put it back together, then hopefully we get a working motherboard, see where it goes from here. I'll let you guys know soon what happens. Hey guys, hopefully all of you are having a happy new year. Decided to make a quick little video. Haven't made one in about a month or so. Always busy. So what I have for you guys, a bunch of Sega Genesis cartridges. These are all not very appealing games, sports and whatnot. A lot of them, even if someone wanted them, they probably wouldn't want them all messed up and everything. I picked up a bunch of them. These are what's left. All the ones in not great condition. And I thought to myself, maybe it's a good idea to open these up. These are practically like memory sticks. They have the gold pins and everything, so they should be pretty good for gold recovery guys. And there's also the IC chips in these, so that was my plan. So I'm gonna open up these, and at the end of it I'm gonna weigh them and give you a price from Board Sort. Obviously I don't cut the pins, so I won't give you the cut pin price, but I'll give you the gold pin boards with gold pins price on these, which should be still pretty good. So yeah, let's start undoing some of these. So let's start with World Series Baseball. This one has a some special screws here, so let's undo them quickly. There you go. Now look at that, we might even have some steel value. I doubt it though, they're so light and small. So let's see, what do we have here? So nothing too fancy. We have the these IC chips, which I'm sure have quite a bit of gold in them, especially since they're from around obviously 96, early 90s, mid to early 90s. There's a couple in the back, and obviously we have the important gold pins. Well, what was in that one? Let's see what's in the next one. I doubt they'll vary much. plastic here. Like I said, you could... Let me just fix that. Sorry about that. So, yeah, this one is a little interesting. So you have the gold pins on both sides. You have the one IC chip, but it looks like this side here is little solder points. You see, you have the solder on the back, which is your typical solder, and then here I guess they plated them with gold. I can't get a good shot because of the light. There you go, that might be a little better. Yes, so you see here, they're gold. There's also gold right here. So there's quite a bit of gold on these guys. I'd love to be able to process these, but I do this out of my house and don't have a super large amount of space to do stuff like that. So let's open up Madden 1995. I know a lot of you would say, isn't it worth, might be worth more if you sell them as is, but it wouldn't be as fun if I sold them. I probably wouldn't make much money either off of them, maybe at most $5 if I was lucky. So this one has a bunch of IC chips again, the gold pins, nothing really on the back. So we have Wimbledon here. Let's see what's in a Wimbledon. This one is similar to the World Series 96, but doesn't have any gold here like the other one did. If you look at this one, there's gold over here, gold over here, gold over there. This one doesn't have that. So NFL 95. Let's see what's in that one. This one's a bigger chip. Okay, let's see. So again, you got the gold pins and the IC chips. Lots of IC chips, and I'm sure these have a ton of gold in them compared to more recent ones. And I'm sure at least hopefully someone will comment that has more experience with these type of IC chips. Maybe they could tell us a little more about them. So, primetime football. This one, yeah, same thing. You have lots of IC chips, gold pins. This one, see, this is why I'm not selling them. You see the battery, the save battery is all dead and kind of like bubbling up. There's also, again, where the battery is, there's corrosion on the connectors. So even if I were to sell them, it's more of a hassle, let's say. Like I said, it's more fun than making the video. So we have greatest heavyweights. This one, again, nothing too super special. You got the IC chips and the gold pins. And that's what it looks like. I think most of them are going to be like that. Ooh, this one has a weird pattern. Some kind of weird triangle pyramid type screw thing. We'll do that one last. We'll do the easy ones first. This one is a security torque screw. That's security torque screws. I haven't seen that one in old consoles before. I've seen those torque screws mostly on newer consoles. So, College Slam. Again, This one, I guess, has the IC chips. It doesn't have too many gold pins in the front, but a full set in the back. Let's see, National Hockey, ESPN National Hockey Night. Oop, some stuff falling there. This one, the board looks a little different. It's kind of like a olive green board, but all about the same. It has the IC chips, the gold. I'm almost sure all of them are going to be like that. And we have NHL Hockey 1993. This one is very undesirable since the label is completely messed up. And this one has the gold again, where there's where they're connecting components. Let's see, and this one has more than that first one. The first one only had some gold on on the components, and not on the actual IC chip. So, like, let's see if we can point this out. So, see, this is the original one I was talking about. There you go. Focus a little bit better. So, these right here, there's some gold here and some gold here. The pins here, they don't have gold, but NHL 97 has a ton of gold. So we have the gold in the IC chips, you got the gold pins, then you have, like the other one I just showed you, gold here, but now, it's a little hard to show because of the light, but look, there's all sorts of gold around all the IC chips on this side. So this is a nice little board. So remember, NHL 93, lots of gold, or at least gold plating. Let's see, NHL, sorry, not NHL, NBA Live 96. Let's see, what's in this one? This one is typical like all the other ones. The IC chips, gold pins front and back. Nothing too special, not like the NHL 93 one. We have another Prime Time. We know what that one looks like, but let's open it up, see if there's a difference. No, nothing too special on this one either. Again, the IC chips and the pins. Ooh, let's see here. Pele 2 Soccer. Nothing exciting on the Pele. This one in the front doesn't have full gold plating, but it does on the back. All the gold pin, all the gold connectors there. There's IC chip, but oh wait, I think I see some gold on some of the IC chip connectors. You don't see it on all of them, but all here, there's gold on this one, all around. And on this one here, there's a few here, but it doesn't go all around. It looks like, or maybe it is, it's really hard to see. It might be like, might be corrosion covering up the gold, but this one definitely has gold all around here. So this one's half decent. Kelly has a little more than the normal, the standard one. Let's see, College Slam, I think we did this one. No, College Slam is very unimpressive. So, not a full set of gold pins here. Gold pins on the back. Some IC chips. Nothing too exciting there. And we're getting to some of the last ones. Hardball 2, but a very, very ugly label. That's all damaged. This one's semi-impressive. It's similar to the NHL 93 that had gold around all the pins. Let's see if we can get a good view. So all here, it's a little hard to see, but it's really nice and clean. There's gold all around the connectors here. Obviously there's gold in the chip. Pins in the front, not complete. The back, definitely not like NHL, because the NHL had more IC chips. But there's even gold in these little spots here. Little capacitor thing there. Lots of gold there. Let's see, we have NHL 95. Will it be like NHL 93? Let's see. Ooh, this one's in back. Yep, this one, no, yeah, it's just like NHL 93, but it's not as prominent. Maybe they didn't use as much gold, but you can kind of see it here. I don't know if I can get it in a good angle too. Oh, you can hear, there you go. You can see it a little bit here, so it's kind of faint all around the other chip, all around the other IC chips, just like this one here. Gold on the capacitors. There's even gold here where the battery's connecting to. So this one's not bad, not as good as NHL 93. NHL 93 was very prominent. You were able to see the gold shining through. So looks like the hockey games, the NHL series, has some nice gold in it. Let's see if we can bust up this Turbo Challenge Lotus game. See, it has this weird, what the hell you call this, security bit, kind of triangle pyramid type thing. See if we can bust it open, forcibly bust it open. There you go, got it. Almost got it. There you go. There you go. That was a little difficult, but we got it at the end. So this one's kind of like a smaller version of the NHL 95. Very faint gold all around here, all around the connectors. A little bit of gold over here. This little capacitor has some gold too. Gold pins everywhere. Over here, full set. So yeah, overall the earlier ones have obviously a lot more gold. Like, see, this one's from 1992, and if we take College Slam, which is from 1996, there's like no gold at all over here. Like, they haven't even soldered them on this side compared to the other ones. They just soldered them in the back. Yeah, see, SE, for example, NHL 95 has the gold, but it's all faint. So that's about it. So I'll weigh all this stuff, see what kind of value we get for all this, and I'll be back in a sec. Hey guys, so I'm back. We have 17 boards and they are at about 15.2 ounces for the 17 boards. And I checked on Board Sort. These cards, I'm guessing they're considered gold-fingered cards, no fan, no heat sinks, no brackets. So they're about $4 a pound, and we almost have a pound here, so it comes to about $3.75 at 15 ounces instead of the 4. You could cut the gold pins off, but I don't think it's worth it because the weight is so negligible that you'll lose the money by trimming them, because obviously if you trim them, the card is worth about, let's see here, so the trimmed is $2, so you'll gain about $16 for the trimmed fingers per pound, but this is so negligible. You'll probably make like a couple of ounces at most if you trim them all, and you'll lose $2 on the value of the full board. So better to keep them complete like that. You get the extra $2 on the weight of everything, unless you do gold recovery. If you do the gold recovery, obviously better to trim the fingers and send the card as is, or do a complete depopulation. And if you know how to work on the IC chips and everything, you can do that too. Me personally, I'm gonna send them in like this. A lot easier for me. I don't have to deal with chemicals or burning the IC chips and grinding them up and whatnot. So there you go. That's what's in a Sega Genesis game. Now you know you have quite a bit of gold content, pretty decent, especially the hockey ones. So there's 17 of these boards here. So with 17 games, you'll get about, more or less, depending on the size of the boards, because there's smaller and bigger ones, let's say you'll get $4 for scrapping them. Or you can sell them as is, and hopefully maybe you get $5. So one way or the other, you sell them or you scrap them, you'll get about the same value. I doubt I would have gotten the same value just because they were in such bad shape, and like I said, like stuff like this, corrosion of the battery kind of renders the game useless. You can't save or anything. So that was this video. It was fun. I hope I can do more videos. I like making videos like this. It breaks up my routine a little bit. So like, subscribe. If you guys have any comments, wonderful. I always like to reply to the comments. Obviously, if you have any suggestions, that would be wonderful too. I still have a bunch of tablets and broken cell phones I want to get into. Make a little video on that. And another hard drive video. I've been saving up some hard drives. And now that Board Sort takes the platters, kind of makes things a little different than one of the first videos I made where they didn't take the platters. You'd sell them on eBay, or we'll see how that works out. So like I said, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Hey everyone, it's been a while I haven't made a video, but I'm starting to have more and more time, so I'll try to post up more content now that everyone's kind of stuck at home, more or less. So I was doing a cleanup of my little work area and had a bunch of non-working PlayStation 2 controllers. Haven't done much with them. I'd received a bunch of them worked, a bunch of them didn't. Some of them I used for parts to fix other ones, and that was it. Broken ones don't have much value. I'm trying to kind of keep a box of them, and then I'll sell them all broken together, at least the untouched ones. Hopefully someone else could fix them and make some money, but I'm not super handy with the type of repairs they need, so I don't bother doing any repairs when it's not super easy. So I have this one that's completely in pieces, so this is what it looks like inside. It's not much, a bunch of plastic, nice long cable, no gold in the tip here. On the actual board, there's not too much. It's a brown board, so the value is very limited. I think brown boards are about 15 cents a pound on board sort. So IC chip with a little bit of gold. And there's the cable here, which doesn't really detach. I kind of probably have to break it. But I don't think there's much to that either. Oh, there you go. So I ripped it off. Maybe some gold here in the pins, but I'm not sure. Well, look at that. Just ripped off completely. But from the looks of it, it doesn't look like there's gold. Let me pull out the pins from the connector. At least one. And from the looks of it, you can't really see it, but super faint gold plating. So if you see this on a PS2 controller and pull out the pins, there's like a super very light coating of pins. You also have these guys here, so small copper bearing motors. Honestly, I'd say there's like 20 cents worth of scrap here. Obviously the goal is not to make money on just one item that you scrap, but the point is to hoard this stuff, and when you have enough scrap, you bring it to the scrapyard. So if you guys ever wondered what was in a PS2 controller, very limited amount of gold. There's the Mylar here, which has some silver like keyboards, probably not too much, and also there's silver in the switches here, and that's pretty much it. Tiny amount of gold, tiny amount of silver, and I'm guessing most of the value is going to be on the cable. So that's it for this video, guys. Like I said, I'll try to add a few more while we're all at home doing nothing. So be safe, and see you guys soon. Oh, also like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, all ears. Talk to you guys soon.